Baby.
Let's hit record and mute all. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being on this Zoom, for taking the time from your precious life. I know that, you know, giving someone your time is definitely the most precious gift you can give. And I truly hope that this call is going to inspire you and it's going to get you started. If you're not on your journey, hopefully it will give you the motivation and the inspiration to say yes to the person that invited you to this call, and to reach back out to them and tell them, hey, I want that Kool-Aid that you guys are all drinking because it's amazing. And those people inspired me, you know. I hope that your loved ones and you understand the value of your health, because your health is your wealth, and your family deserves the best version of you, and your family needs you to show up as the best version of you. And someone invited you here because they believed in you and your potential. And with that being said, I am going to, you know, talk about family, talk about what's important, talk about making a difference in someone's life and making a difference in your life. I'm gonna share my screen here. Let me see if I can do this. Here we go. My screen is a mess. Let me do this. Max this out. All right. We're here to talk about a company named Isogenics. If you've heard of it, raise your hand, wave big, smile big, because you have all the reasons to do so. And if you haven't heard of it, you are at the right place at the right time. Nothing ever happens by accident, not even accidents. Our company is built on integrity. It was co-founded by Jim and Kathy Coover and our master formulator, John Anderson, who's known as the Mineral Man, and it's created most of our products that are definitely life-changing. You're gonna hear weight loss stories, you're gonna hear financial stories, you're gonna hear healthy aging story tonight, and know that if it's possible for them, it's possible for you. And the how is what we're here to show you. You come with your dreams and we'll give you the solution. We'll offer you the solution, and we'll serve you in every way possible so you can reach those goals. Our company is built on integrity, and our vision is to impact the world health. Our mission is to create the world's greatest health and wellness company and products and business opportunity, and transform lives both physically and financially. And if you've been following us and watching this for the last few months, you know that this is true. This is happening to ordinary people, turning their ordinary stories and ordinary lives into extraordinary, inspiring, amazing transformation that is impacting the world. And how do we do that? We blend all the good science, all the good nature, quality nutrition, convenience, simplicity, and a phenomenal compensation plan. And like I said, Mr. Bradley Martin is at work. So I am going to show you his picture right away. This incredible gentleman has lost, over 100 pounds in a short period of time. He's transformed his lives in ways you cannot imagine. He's walked on stage as a 100-pound club member. He's a father of 2 plus 1. It's gonna be a lot of that today. 2 plus 1. I'm a mother of 3 plus 2. So he's a paramedic and an ER nurse. And when I let me stop this sharing. When I met this gentleman, I met him at the gym, and he was drinking a shake, and he was there with all his paramedic friends. And I told him, I said, that's not gonna do it. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And he thought that I didn't know what the heck I was talking about. And I was afraid. I thought he was gonna punch me in the face. I literally did. And he didn't. He says, well, if this is not gonna do it, then what will? And I'm like, well, I'm glad you asked. Here's my card. I would love to share it with you. And a few months later, he's been following me on Facebook. He reaches out and he says, at the time he was 29 years old. And he said, I'm 401 pounds. I'm a paramedic and a nurse, and I know what happens to people like me. And he's also a father, and he wanted to be there for his kids and for his family. So as a result, you saw his after picture, and I'm just gonna let him take it from here. And he's like a brother to me from another mother. he was my workout partner for the longest time. Now that the gyms are closed, we're going to have to wait a little bit, but hopefully we'll get back together soon. And I did not know, like I said, I did not know this guy prior to Isogenics, and now he's family. He's my brother. That's what I call him. And he calls me his crazy sister. And you know why. I don't need to go into that. So Bradley, go ahead and unmute yourself, handsome, and let's hear what Isogenics done for you.
All right, let's see if I figured this out now. All right, so I'm Bradley. I guess it's like Christina said, I was working out at the gym with some guys from work, and really wasn't seeing any type of results. Didn't have the energy that I figured I needed, wasn't seeing any weight loss. So, you know, I see Christine in there every now and then she comes up and she starts talking to me, and I just, you know, like she said, I thought this was just this crazy lady coming up talking to me. But, you know, fast forward probably about a month, 2 months or so, I was sitting there watching the Super Bowl, and I can't remember exactly which one it was or who was playing because I didn't watch the whole thing at all. And I messaged Christina and said, I need help. I need to do something. Like she said, I know I'm a nurse and a medic, and I know what happens to people like that. So messaged her, got my order in, and started like the next day after it come in. I was miserable, had no energy, couldn't keep up with my kids. And that all changed within, 2 weeks. I noticed after the first month, I lost a significant amount. And I stayed plugged in, went to the meetings. I mean, Christina, we messaged like every day, all day, getting pointers and everything else. And then, so fast forward a couple months after that, they talked me into going to San Diego to Celebration, and that was phenomenal. At that point, I had lost over 100 pounds, so I got into the 100-pound club, walked across the stage, and I mean, it was just a eye-opening experience, and it kept me motivated. And yeah, so. But the program is amazing. It's simple. It's easy to follow. And the energy that you have from it, it's amazing. So I guess that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah. I mean, what advice would you have for someone out there? I mean, first of all, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for sharing. I know your story and I love your story, and you're near and dear to my heart. But I also know that there's other dads out there. There's other moms out there, other people out there that are going through what you have been going through in the past, and they're looking and they're searching for that solution. And I know you've tried everything else and nothing worked. Right. And
Yep.
What advice would you give someone that has given up on themselves and they've tried stuff and it didn't work?
Probably just give this a try. You may have tried everything else. Just trust in the program, trust in the way it works, the way it's formulated, and just give it a chance. Longer than 3 days to a week, because it will work.
And what do you feel like the teamwork and the community and the groups and the stuff like that, the support you've had, do you feel like that was also a key ingredient to your success?
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got to stay plugged in with other people that are on the program, those that are going to motivate you, encourage you, and those that have used it and been doing the same thing.
And just don't quit. Like, you might have bad days, you might have bad weeks. Just where you're going back to. It's there, and it worked the first time, it's gonna work the second.
Yep. Don't give up on yourself. You know, we've all had, you know, times where we've taken breaks, or, you know, stuff comes up and things happen, but, you know, don't ever give up.
Life challenges, life happens, events happen. Instead of using them as an excuse, use them as a jumping trampoline thing. What do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm I'm a foreigner. I never find the right words. Use it as a, you know, as a catapult thingy to just get you to the next level, right? Like, I mean, the convenience for you, you know, being in an ambulance and not having to eat all the fast food and all that other stuff. It's just, I remember when his baby was born, oh my God, he would drink his shake, and then he would like, the baby wasn't even 6 months, and he would like stick his finger in the cup and like then put it in the baby's mouth. He's like, oh, if it's good for me, it's good for him. He needs some good nutrition. Boy, you guys should see how healthy and how happy that little kid is now.
He's a healthy youngin'.
Yes, he is. Well, he's
Yep.
lucky to have you, and I know you're paving the path for them, and I know you want to be there for them, and I know that it takes sacrifice, it takes work. It's not, you know, it's not like a magic pill. You take it once and you're done. It's one of those things where if you got to decide, you got to commit, you got to join a team, and you got to stick to it. Yep. And I'm so grateful for you to be on our team. You have inspired hundreds, thousands, I know without a doubt. And you will continue to do so because your story matters and you matter, and we all love you. And we are so grateful for you being here and being part of our team. And I cannot wait to go back to the gym so we can work out together when this whole crazy goes away.
We'll do it.
Awesome.
I'm ready.
Thank you. If you want to stick around, right. I think Myron might have
welcome.
A few words for you. Just go ahead and mute yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Where is my thing? I lost my, oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Excuse me, guys. Well, there he is. I found it. Where is Myron? There's Myron. Okay, so this is my ISA husband. We were once in an event, and I'm just gonna say that that's what I was walking with him, and somebody says, "Is that your wife?" And he goes, "Yeah, she's my ISA wife." I think of him more as my dad. My kids look up to them as their grandparents, and I don't mean to say that they're old in any way, shape, or form. And he's going to share with you how not to be old, how not to get old, how to reverse aging. The picture on the bottom, let me see if I can put this bigger. If you guys can see, he has like 2 hours and 52 minutes right there walking, right? The new Myron can walk for hours. The new Myron plays golf like crazy. The old Myron used to, like, you can see his belly right there. Let me see. I can't even get the cursor on it, but that white shirt right there, you can see him. He still played golf, but I think he had a little more challenges than he does now. So without further ado, Myron, 62 years young. This man inspires me every day. He is so calm, collective, and determined. And how could he not? I mean, look at his beautiful wife. They've been married for a very, very long time. I think since 1970 something. I don't know. He's going to have to tell you that. They are an incredible couple, and they've done this together. They've each lost over 100 pounds. They've actually been guests on this Zoom sharing their body weight transformation, but he's here to share the healthy aging part of it all today, because there's so many people out there that are parents and grandparents that want to be able to play with their grandkids, want to be able to bend over and, you know, tie their shoes and do other things that people that are overweight and all their bones and all their joints hurt because they've let themselves go. Because that's what we were taught to do. You know, when you're young, you're healthy, you do all this stuff, and then you become a parent, and then, you know, you kind of like let yourself go, and then you become a grandparent, and then you're like, oh, I'm old now, I'm a grandpa, so, you know, that's just goes with the territory. But anyways, he's lost over 100 pounds, wonderful father of 3 and grandfather of 5. He's got an honorable mention, and he was also a random draw the year prior to that. And I cannot state it enough. He is going to be a future ISA body. He's a future body ISA body finalist. He just hasn't been announced yet. That's how I look at it. And so Myron, where are you? Can you unmute yourself?
Right here.
Look how good he looks. I love you. All right, so let the world know what Isogenics, how you've learned to age backwards with Isogenics.
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me and that message. Christine, my ISA daughter, wife, texted me right in the middle of a workout. I couldn't answer, but I said, yeah, sure, anytime, And the other thing is, where's Bradley? Oh, Bradley, congratulations for committing again. Bradley and I met Bradley in South Carolina, I think at an event, and he had already lost 100 pounds. Laura and I don't believe had lost it at that point. We were traveling. We were on a mission to travel, and then Laura and I and Bradley all walk stage in Vegas, and it's just incredible. And Bradley inspires me every day. So good job, buddy. Anyways, so get back on. Laura and I have been together since, don't ask me how many years, because I always get that confused. We've been together since 1979, and we got married in 82. Our anniversary is actually coming up this Thursday, June 12th. So we got married in 1982, whatever that is, 37 years, 38 years, I guess. I should know that, but I don't. So I was in the movie business for many, many years. Jeff Beebe knows what I'm talking about when I talk about hours. We worked many, many, many hours, and they called them fratter days because you would work Fridays and go into Saturdays, and you get home. And basically, you would have to wear your you go in like in the morning, right, on a Friday, and you'd have to wear your sunglasses to come home. But that was like on a Saturday, right? Because the sun's in your eyes driving home. That's how bad it was. So it was just very tiresome. Laura has been awesome, all my life, just taking care of everything. And she held down the fort when I was working. I didn't have energy back then, a little bit, but before I in the movie business, before we started having all the kids, we had the first kid, and I got in a bad motorcycle accident. It kind of set me back. And I was just thinking about this. When I came out of the hospital, a friend of mine was pushing me in a wheelchair, and I could hear a friend of mine saying, "Look at Myron, he's aging." I was like, aging? I'm like 20-something years old. But being in the hospital on those drugs, for 3 weeks, every 3 hours, it did a number on me bad, and it affected me for many, many, many years. But age, they always say age is just a number, and that's absolutely true. You're only as old as you feel. I'm going to be 63 in October, and I'm calling this part of my journey. Laura and I have been together. We've been on this journey since 2015 with Isogenics. We're on our 14th, I believe, IsoBody Challenge. Well, in 2018, I got hurt again playing golf. Of course, in that golf picture, a torn tendon. And the doctor said, "You're not playing guitar anymore. You're not working out." And it really messed with my mind. And I got complacent, ended up putting 30 pounds back of my weight. And it took me a while. I'm still doing the shakes, still doing the vitamins, but I wasn't eating right, couldn't exercise, or didn't want to exercise. So I was just pissed, probably. That's why I didn't exercise. But so November, Laura had told me this right when we started in 2015. She goes, "What are we waiting for?" That was the key word back then to start, and we had a great journey. This time again, she goes, "What are you doing? What are you waiting for?" I said, "Okay, I'm going for it." So I started doing it, and went a little off track over the holidays, but January I took it into full steam and just stayed dedicated to what I was doing. And there's so many people that give up, whether you're old or young. I mean, I know a lot of people like me. I was at 50. I said, "Oh, this is what you got to do. You retire and you move into a retirement community," because that's exactly what we did. But then we moved out, got out of that community. I moved her out, and we moved to North Carolina. And I basically, on this last journey since January, I've been going full steam, staying on track, working out, and I've released almost 30 pounds already. So I'm back into the shape I was when I first lost that 100 pounds, and I'm getting back there, and I'm feeling better every day. I'm walking even though my foot hurts, I'm walking. Walking's a real key thing to do, and working out 4 days a week. But that nutrition, just doing those shakes and eating right, and really believing that this could happen, you know, and not taking any excuses into play. Because everybody, the biggest enemy you could have is yourself. You're going to make more excuses than anybody. You know, I do all the time. And I talk myself, I go, what am I doing? No, I got to do this. I mean, I have a workout sheet that I do. I go, oh, I'm going to do this today. I just do it, you know, because it's something, if you don't want to do it, that's when you have to do it, really. That's when the change is going to come. Something's got to be hard, you know. So, I don't know what else to say except anybody that's my age or 50 years old, 45, don't give up. And even if you did have some setbacks, it's possible to come back. It's a little harder, but it is very possible.
You know, that's so beautiful, because that's, you know, it kind of ties into what Bradley said. Well, first of all, thank you. Your story is beyond inspiring, and you coming back, you know, it's life. Just like Bradley said, you have setbacks and you have life events and you have things and you have holidays, and this is not a death of your food sentence. You know, this is not, you know, you're not gonna ever eat anything else. You just gotta eat our products and our shakes and then you're done. No, this is not it. This is the foundation. This is what it's giving your body, the stuff that the food you buy at the store or at the restaurant can't offer. It's kind of like, you know, you already have the car, but you need the oil and you need the transmission fluid and you need the gas and you need all this, you know, the brake fluid, right? And that's what Isogenics does. It makes all the joints and all the stuff function right in order for you to be able to function 100%. I can't imagine, you're talking about working out. Did you do any kind of workouts back before your 100-pound weight loss?
You know what, I surfed in the early ages, you know, before the movie business, obviously, because it's never had time.
That's before the 100 pounds, though. Like,
oh yeah, before the 100. I mean, I even surfed when I was overweight. I had to get a bigger board. But no, I worked. You know, I had got some weights, but I never learned how to really do it right. And when I got that random draw for IsaBody, we got to Costa Rica, and you know, Albie was the champion at that point, and there's all these kids in the pool and they all got muscles, and Laura and I looked at us like, we want muscles. So I figured it out. I said, oh, we need to get more protein, start talking to people. And I got a trainer that ended up showing us form. And you know what, 3 weeks later, he's looking at us and we're working out. And he goes, you guys should be unhappy with how I'm making you work out. He goes, what got into you? And we said, Isogenics, baby. And we signed him up 2 weeks later.
That's how it works. And that's the beauty of it all. Being able to age backwards, being able to do the things you couldn't do 10, 20 years ago. And
I just want to say one more thing though,
yeah.
I left this out. IsaBody has been a real key ingredient. And Laura, we had, you know, got the box even before we got the product. I mean, got the product. See, I'm already.
It's all right. I know how you feel.
Challenge before we got the box.
It's the foreign redneck coming out of me and transpiring into you right now.
Well, IsaBody is, I mean, besides the number one thing is you're going to get back on track. You're going to get your health back in shape. But there's a good amount of money to win there. A good amount of money. I mean, you get, you know, $3,000 if you're a finalist. If you win the North America, that's another 25. That makes 28. And then you go to World Finals. If you win that, that's 50. That's $78,000. That's not you know, pocket change. That's a lot of money right there.
So you're getting paid to work out, eat healthy, and look sexy.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like, you know, people's like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, I get paid to look good. I get paid to be healthy and work out. Like, you know, that's what I do. Like, people look at me at the gym, like, you like working out. I'm like, I love working out. It pays me. Like, the better I look, the more people wonder what I'm on, and the more people I share this program with, and the more I inspire them to do it, right? So I know without a doubt that you're going to inspire some people out there, whether they're, you know, parents or grandparents, whether they're overweight or not. This is not a weight loss program. This was never, ever, ever designed to be a weight loss program. Like I said earlier, this was designed to fill in the gaps that food doesn't provide. So when you give your body what it needs, it's going to do what it's supposed to. We have people, and we've had people on the Zoom, you know, that have gained weight, you know, and you've lost the weight, but then you've gained the muscle. So the scale is just, you know, the number on the scale is not necessarily the number that, you know, most people should look at, because when you give your body the right nutrition, you build the muscle easily. As we age, you're supposed to, well, we were told that as we age, we lose muscle mass, right? But if you give your body what it needs, you actually can build muscle mass. And we have like 70-year-olds and 60-year-olds that have biceps that can put a 20-year-old to shame, you know. And we have Jeff Beebe, who has abs that, you know, can put anybody to look at that bicep. I mean, come on.
There's another tip, and if you fall off, you know, because of whatever, physical or just mental, that you don't want to do it, don't ever give up the shakes. Because if we would have gave up the shakes and doing, you know, the product, Laura and I would have been back to where we started. You know, I was 257 pounds at 5'6". You know, I'm 160 pounds today.
That is awesome. I love you. I can't wait to come and visit you in Asheville. You know, you guys, they used to live in Palm Springs in California. They came to visit, fell in love with North Carolina, and now they just live a few hours away from me. So I can't wait when this whole COVID thing, you know, goes away so I can go visit them, because I just, you know, I need the world to open back up. Yeah. So, and how awesome. You guys went to Costa Rica twice. You know, your beautiful wife has won, you know, she was an IsaBody finalist. She's won that $3,000. I mean, like, he knows what he's talking about. They're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk, and they're living proof of what this incredible company can do. And it's not this company, this products, the results are for everybody. But not everybody is willing to do the work. Not everybody is willing to do what Myron is doing. Not everybody is willing to do what Bradley had to do, or what other people are doing. It's like they were saying, it's all up here. Most of us have given up here. It's not what, and it's, we allow the stress, we allow life, we allow things to just make our lives more complicated than it really is. I always tell people, it's not so much what you eat, it's what's eating you. And whether it's an accident, like you were talking about, whether it's, you know, a divorce, whether it's an accident, you know, like a death in the family, or something small, like I mean, not small, but something like big, like financial situation, especially now with COVID. So many people are struggling with that financial situation. Oh my gosh, stink bugs. Sorry, guys. I'm like, they're coming to my lights. I'm sorry. So it's like, well, I love you, Myron. Thank you so much for your share. I am so grateful for you taking the time. Give your beautiful wife a big hug for me. And when the world opens up, we got to get together soon. Okay. And we already talked about, you know, you guys know I'm buying a beach house. We already discussed earlier where he's going to put his RV nearby and how we're going to do a hookup. So he can come and stay at the beach house and have the RV for when he wants to go to a different beach. This gentleman right here was a complete stranger to me 5 years ago. I didn't even know he existed. He was in California and I was here. And now his family, we've opened the doors for him and he's opened his doors for us. And that's what this company can do. It's not about drinking a shake. It's about transforming your lives. It's about creating relationships of like-minded people that can help you achieve your goals, that want it for you more than you want it for yourself, that believe in you more than you believe in yourself. You have no idea how many times him and his wife have messaged me, says, you got to do your IsaBody. Did you turn in your IsaBody? Did you do that? We went to an event once and they dragged me into the IsaBody booth so I can get signed up for the IsaBody challenge, right? But I love them for it. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. They lift you up instead of pulling you down like most of the world does. So with that being said, I'm going to transition to the next speakers. And I want you guys to understand that, where is it? I lost it again. There it is. Here it is. So I want you guys to take a look at these transformations. This is just 9 months, okay? This beautiful couple, we have Monique and Rob. The first part of the slide, I didn't know how to kind of combine it together, so stick with me. She's a mom of 3 plus 2, actually plus 4. I just found this out before the Zoom. Which means they're having a blended family, right? Just like I did, just like Bradley does, just like so many of us do. 49 years old, young. I don't say old, young. She looks amazing, right? She's found the cure of reverse aging, like we all have. It's that product B and all that good stuff. If you don't know what any of this stuff is and it sounds like Chinese, please, please, please get back to the person that invited you to this call. Please, please get back to the person that cared enough about you to tell you, hey, there is a solution for whatever it is you're going through. If you're not feeling good and you're not having the energy to do life, to live life, or if you don't have enough money to pay for your bills, or to make a car payment, or whatever it is, we all have different goals, we all have different dreams. The only thing we have in common is this company, this team, this incredible opportunity. And this beautiful couple right here, they bring their experience from owning their own business. He's a grandpa, and we're talking about grandpas. I mean, I'm sorry, my grandpa didn't look like that. My grandpa died at 50 some years old. Didn't even make it to Myron's age. I have no grandparents and I have no parents. They are all gone. Why? Because the choices they've made, because the life they lived. They were all diseases that could have been preventable, but we don't know better, so we don't do better. And I'm here to tell you that when you know better, you're going to start doing better. And this beautiful couple has not only transformed their bodies like you see in this picture, but they have also transformed their bank account. And she's, after this whole COVID with paralegal stuff has been on hold, right? Courts have been closed. She is not wanting to go back to work. Can you blame her? Can you blame her? Some people have lost their jobs. Some people don't want to go back to their jobs because they're enjoying the home living and the being around with their families. So if you guys want to go ahead and take it away and tell us what Isagenix has done for you financially, and what advice would you give to people out there that are looking for a solution to, or a second stream of income, or a way to relieve more of that stress that finances brings in everybody's life. So you guys on there?
We are. Thanks, Christina. Thanks so much for asking us. This is a real honor. We love it. Especially, I love to talk. So
it's an honor to have you guys on here. And also, she's releasing the book, so you guys make sure you reach out to her and get her book, because you deserve to read that book.
Oh, she gave me a book plug. Thanks. My first co-authored book, so I'm pumped about that. You know what? We started this, I think, like a lot of people. I mean, we sat back and we watched our Aussie friend. I like to say that he went from having a dad bod to a hot bod, and now he's an IsaBody finalist. And we sat back. We had been in another company for several years, had a little bit of, I guess, success there, and then we watched Mark, our friend, for a while, and he didn't have to reach out to us. We went to him and said, what the heck are you doing? I mean, we've always been into health and fitness. He's worked out his whole life. I needed a little bit more pushing as far as the workout part went. And as it turns out, when we talked to Mark, he had talked first to Jeff and Debbie, and we had met them probably 3 or 4 years prior to that at an event completely unrelated to Isagenix, and talked to them. We watched them talk on stage about what working like a couple, like working together in this, how you do that, and all the little idiosyncrasies that come with that. And we hopped on board. And of course, we hopped on board thinking we'll use the product, right? Of course, that's what we thought. And then we had a 3 or 4 hour conversation with Jeff and Debbie and Mark. That was the end of that. We were on the products, we were in the business, and we were working. And what we soon realized is that we made money a lot, how do I say it? A lot quicker than what we had experienced in the past. And not that it's a get rich quick or anything like that, but it just the way that they set it up, it pushed us to go, okay, keep going. Okay, keep going. Okay, keep going. And in the meantime, we're feeling a lot better. You know, I was starting to look at my pictures before I started, and every time I looked at my picture, all I saw was this great big arm. And as I got older, every year it was another 5 pounds and it was another 5 pounds. So for me, it was really easy to all of a sudden start talking about it when I got my results. And same with him. I never thought he had an ounce of fat on him. But if you look at the before and after, he's like a grandpa with a 6-pack now. So it was easy for us to promote. What else can you add to that as far as our financial success? I never thought I'd be on one of our Zooms talking about our financial success. So I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah, as Monique said, we were with another company. You know, we've been in marketing for probably 3 to 4 years, and had the opportunity to meet Jeff and Debbie at GoPro. And it was funny because we were standing in the VIP line, and there was Jeff and Debbie, and we just started talking like they do, and really connecting. And Mark Greer looked a lot like Jeff in that event. They were actually dressed the same, so they kept getting them confused. So when we went back to Vegas this year, we really had time to spend with Jeff and Debbie and really get to know them and talk about the comp plan and talk about the opportunity. And, you know, once we really started to dive into it and see what was, you know, what was in front of us, it only made sense. And, you know, I've always been active and in the gym, love the fitness, love that whole life, being healthy. But now doing this for our business, it's just like, you know, just like you were saying, you get paid to look good. Well, geez, Louise, that's about the best thing going. You know, I'm getting paid to look good. Okay, well, I'm gonna look damn good.
Yeah.
You know, right? So, and now we're helping others, and you know, some of our team is on here, and we're getting to know this group, and it's just an amazing bunch of people. And partnered with Jeff and Debbie and Isogenics, the compensation plan is second to none. You know, with all the bonuses and all the promotions and all the stuff that happens all the time. And then the back end money, it's just, I can see Monique not going back to work.
That's our plan.
And, you know, in a few more years, this will be our full-time job. Neither one of us are going to have to work for sure. And, you know, we're going to be laying on the beach looking good.
Now it's all we want to do. And I mean, he's ran a business for
20 years. And you know what? I'm sick of it. It's a struggle. I'm tired of it. I want to do something else. I want to have fun and do what we want now instead of, you know, getting up in the morning and being stressed out.
Yeah, I'm really loving not having a 3-hour commute. So, yeah, the whole plan is not to be doing that anymore.
I forgot to mention, you guys are in Canada, right?
Yeah.
We are in the Great White North, eh? Yeah.
Yes. So that's the beauty of this company. And your rolling sponsor is in Australia, right?
Yes.
So I mean, it's so amazing. We're on 18 different countries and we're growing. And I've never personally enrolled anyone in Canada or Australia, but because of you guys, I now have teammates in Australia and Canada and Belgium and England and everywhere. What an incredible opportunity to work with, like I said, like-minded people that want more from their lives, people that they're starting to feel like they deserve more. Should I even ask you, how much did it cost for you to start your own business? I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but I mean, to start a business, right?
Oh, I've invested millions over the years. I mean, even now, like I'm still, you know, trying to sell stuff and get rid of it and, you know, try and predict what's going to happen with all this stuff that's going on in the world and try and stay on top of it. But yeah, it's like I have heavy equipment, so it's millions of dollars.
Right. And yeah. It's the extra crazy responsibility. And it's, if you don't show up, you know, it's like, I've been the boss. I've had my own business. If you don't show up, it's not going to get run the same. Yeah. Right. And it's not going to be the same. And here, you know that if you show up for our Zooms and you show up for the gym and you show up every morning and you mix your shake and you drink your vitamins and you do your cool stuff, you know that we're all on the same team and we all want the same thing and we're working together, instead of like, well, how come so-and-so's doing this? How come so-and-so's doing that? I'm not saying that that would happen in your business, but I know a lot of businesses have that. You know, it's competition. It's not, it's climbing up a certain ladder. And I'm not talking about you because you're the boss, but like other people, right? They're fighting for that position, or they're sacrificing their time with their family and their health and their lives, right? And like I started this Zoom, our time is our most valuable commodity. And you guys to be able to spend the time together on a beach somewhere, hey, you know, North Carolina beach, you're more than welcome to come. We're family. I've never met them in person, but I just invited them to my beach house. That's just how we do it, right? You want to visit my beach house, you got to be part of this team.
You got a boat?
That's how it works. My shirt says I can't adult today, just saying. So it's just one of those things. I'm so grateful you guys are on our team. I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you, and you know, to just meet somebody in line at an event, you know, to meet someone in the gym like I met Bradley, right? Or to meet someone, I mean, I know Myron, the Nikki and Justin that enrolled him, they were working friends and buddies, right? It doesn't matter. It's like someone cares enough to show you that there is a better way. And you guys, with your experience, you jumped right in. You jumped right in. I love it. And I think it's so grateful. I mean, I'm so grateful that you guys took the time to share this, because there's other people out there that might be struggling, whether it's their job, whether they lost their job, whether they are with a different company that might not be as successful, might not have that freedom, or they might have the money with that company, but they don't have the six pack. They don't have their health, right? They're not the hot grandma and grandpa, right? Because I guess we can consider you a grandma too now, right?
I'm a glamour.
You're a glamour.
Glamour.
There you go. I mean, Debbie Beebe is a grandma, you know? I mean, and Jeff Beebe is a grandpa. And Mark, is Mark a grandpa? I mean, a grandpa yet?
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, if you guys haven't seen his transformation, just get back to the person that invited you on here and say, who's this Mark dude that everybody was talking about, right? He just won the $3,000 that Myron was talking about, because he became a finalist, and he's on his way to win the 25 and the 50 after that. So thank you guys so much. I cannot wait for you guys to be on a beach somewhere, or for all of us to be on a beach somewhere, and for you to not have to go back to work, because I know that job is a stressful job. right
Yep.
And I appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. I appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to not only share, but to listen. Because guess what? You heard 3 incredible stories on, once again, regular people doing ordinary things every day, being part of the hamster wheel is what I call it. And as soon as they realized that they deserve more, as soon as they got that box delivered to their door, as soon as someone reached out to them and told them, hey, there is a better way, they took it on and they became extraordinary. Every single one of these stories are extraordinary. And if they can do it, so can you. They all started for different reasons. They all had different goals. They all had different, you know, incentives. But when it came down to it, they're part of the same company. They're using the same system. They're using the same program. They're part of our team. If they can do it, so can you. I know that there are people out there, just like Jeff and Debbie hadn't met them yet. Jeff and Debbie hadn't met Mark yet, right? There are people out there that you haven't even met, that you might meet next week, next month, next year, that are struggling with the problems that you just now found out that there is a solution for. How selfish of you would it be to say, no, I'm not telling anyone. I'm keeping this to myself. I know I can do it. I know Jeff and Debbie can do it. I know none of the people on this Zoom can do it, right? Why? Because we want to serve people. It's like have that golden ticket. I always call it the Willy Wonka chocolate factory golden ticket. And we have endless of them. And we're handing them out every day. Whether it's at the gym, whether it's at a restaurant, whether it's at an event, whether it's your neighbor next door. They deserve to have a chance to that golden ticket. What they do with it, it's up to them. And if they fall in the chocolate factory, in the chocolate river, that's up to them to get up. Just like, I know, Myron, you didn't fall in the chocolate river, but I know you had just your setback. That was your setback, but you still hang on to that golden ticket and you took it to the end, and you're coming back better than ever, right? I know without a doubt that we're on a mission to change lives. So why not yours? If you're new to this, why not yours? Your life matters. Your life matters. You're worth investing in. And people say, well, you know, eating healthy is expensive. You know what? Being sick is more expensive. You're going to pay one way or the other. You can either pay for your health, or you can pay for your medical bills. You can pay for your pills. You can pay for surgeries. You can pay for a nurse to be and take care and wipe your butt, because you can do it. I'm sorry, I have no filter. So it's time to invest in your health, and your time invested in your health is never wasted, right? You can take your life that you have now, and with our help, you can make it your ideal, your dream life. You can get paid to change the world. You can be in a business. You can be in a business that everyone is your customer. Every single one. If you're young, you can use this product. You can build this business. Nobody's going to ask you for your resume. Nobody's going to ask you for, you know, your criminal record. Nobody's going to ask you for your credit score. Nobody's going to ask you how much money you have in your bank account and how many businesses you own. Nobody cares. All we care about is that you want to improve your life, and that you care enough to want to improve other people's lives as well. Because together we will make a difference. Together we will improve the world's health, and we will help people get better at, how can I say, it's like they can get the life of their dreams. I don't know how else to say it. I have personally seen people transform their bodies in ways they couldn't even imagine doing so. I have people that I've seen transform their bank's account in ways they couldn't. They said, well, I don't have a college degree. I never graduated from high school. I have no business experience. So what? I don't have a nutrition degree. So what? I'm not a personal trainer. So what? We have doctors, we have janitors, we have, you know, personal trainers, we have nurses, we have, what do we have? We have teachers, we have business owners, we have paralegals, we have attorneys. We have people from all lives, all young and old. If you are looking for a solution, we have it. Get back to the person that got you on this call. If not now, then when? If not this, then what? Why would you not want to live your ideal life? We're doing it. So can you. I love you guys. I am looking forward to hearing from you. I am looking forward to you reaching back to the person that invited you here, because we love you, because they love you. And we're going to love you once we meet you, because we haven't met you yet, maybe. But once we do, we will, because that's what we do. We're here to make the world a better place. And you see all the hatred, and you see all the, you know, sickness, and you see all the troubles we're going through. Why not come together? And I always say, no matter what the question, love is the answer. Love is the answer. Are you looking for love? We got it. We've had what is it? Hold on, I'm gonna Debbie, can you unmute yourself? There's an ISA couple that they met. I don't know if you know them or somebody else. I know they're not in our personal team, but they're in our company, and they met through Isogenics, and they got married, and I mean, how many stories like that do you know?
Oh, there's a lot of stories like that.
Right? Right?
Yes, they met.
Can I pop in here?
Yes, of course.
There's somebody that you just interviewed that we are going to, what's it called? Riviera Myra. What's it called?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
I don't know. Can you say stuff? Is that
Riviera Myra. Well, you tell what's going to happen there if you're open to saying it.
Yeah. If you guys want to be, if you want to build this business,
Rob,
you get to win trips.
Rob and Monique, I don't know if you want to share something.
The Mayan Riviera. And then
They
while
want
we're there
With the ISA family.
with the ISA family, because who better to do this with than our family, is because everything got screwed up in August for our original wedding. We're actually going to get married down in the Mayan.
Oh, you're going to Mexico, right? That's in Mexico?
Yep.
Oh, that's
I hope
so
I didn't put you on the spot.
No problem.
It's public now. It's on Facebook. It's all over the world. You're getting married, paid by Isagenix. Yay.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to do the Shake It song.
Yeah, Myron has to be out there and do the shake it song.
Can do the Take It song. I love it. You know,
Love you guys. Let me go ahead and stop this recording. Go
I
ahead.
need to say really fast, since
Yes.
we're all here and we're all family, and if we're not family, you need to be family, because this is the kind of fun stuff we have. But we also have Kimberly on here, who is getting married. Kimberly and Michael are getting married on Sunday. So I
Nice
have,
family.
I have to give a shout out to them. So I'm excited. Love is in the air.
I am too. And you know what? They were on here sharing their story.
Love's the answer.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, guys.